Hi Scorpio, it's your girl Alex, and I'm here to bring you another tarot reading. I hope you guys are doing amazing. These readings are for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and Mercury. If you're interested in a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. Let's see what God Angels Universe has for the my glorious Scorpio. Chariot. That is moving on, moving forward, travel. Ten of Wands, you want to travel. Maybe some of you are dealing with someone at a long distance. Right now, it kind of feels like the timing is not right. Some of you could be struggling with the long distance. Need to make a decision about the relationship or the distance, one or the other. You're looking for universal guidance, and you're struggling with heartbreak, third party, and new love. What I'm also hearing is, for some of you, kind of feels like you want to break a pattern, right? You want to do something differently. And an example of that is, say, for instance, you keep attracting the same type of person. With that King of Swords there, that same type of person could be someone who's emotionally unavailable, right? You keep attracting emotionally unavailable people. And you want to move away from that. You want to find someone who you can build a life with, or, someone you can trust, and someone who doesn't have a lot of baggage, and, 2 kids with 3 baby mamas. Yeah, go figure. Shout out to babies' mamas. Hope y'all had an amazing Mother's Day. Knight of Cups versus the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, the Queen of Wands. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. Where's my other 9? I don't have another 9 on the table yet. Interesting. Oh, King of Swords twice. With the Queen of Wands. You need to make a decision, right? And I feel like you should be making this decision logically, but I feel like right now what's blocking you from making it logically is that you're hurting. I also heard for some of you, I don't know which one of y'all, but there's a sense of desperation here. This could be definitely a third party situation, right? Oh, we could be together if he wasn't married or she wasn't married. They weren't married. I'm also hearing that some of you, wow, I didn't see the double hermit. Wow, 2 of them. I feel like an Aquarius is pissed because there's a third party situation, and Aquarius feels like they should be with you, Scorpio, but something stands in the way that you are rock solid. I feel like this person is trying to send you telepathic messages, to call them, to reach out. You really belong with me. This is an oxymoron, the fucking Ron, right? A King of Swords with a 9 of Cups. They claim they have a lot of love for you, but they don't show you love. Okay? The double hermit is double ghosting, double, kind of keeping to yourself, keeping away. There's struggle in some sort of commitment or institution. You know what? To me, it doesn't have to be an Aquarius. It could also be a Virgo, right? Maybe a Taurus, right? It's almost like they're angry with you. Sorry, they're angry without you because you're not with them. And then when you're with them, they ignore you or they don't show you the love you deserve. Somebody feels like Scorpio, and this is the love portion. I'll try to squeak out a general or a career out of this as well, if there is that message out there. But it just kind of feels like somebody feels like they're better suited for you. Like you belong with them and not necessarily the one you're with. I'm sorry. His Three of Swords is right there. So to an extent, I have to almost read it like a third party. I have two kings and a queen. So they're the three parties. Here's the thing, crosswatcher, because I feel like this could be your message, right? Scorpio, not just Scorpio, but anybody wants to be with somebody who's equally yoked, right? They don't just want to be your trophy, right? Scorpio requires love, as anybody else does, you know? I have Cancer here and Pisces here. Scorpio, you haven't showed up just yet, right? But I kind of feel like Scorpio is doing good, right? The Chariot here means progressing happily, victoriously, and successfully. The Chariot is celebrating a win. You know what I mean? And not only is there celebration of a win, but there's reciprocal emotion, right? The Knight of Cups says, hey, you feel mine, I feel yours. You feel mine, I feel yours. I'll drink from mine, I'll drink from you. You drink from yours. The Lovers with the Knight of Pentacles is something steady. Now, I feel like Scorpio, you're the bystander in this message right now. I feel like this message is more for your crosswatcher, right? As in, Scorpio requires safety, stability. If you provide Scorpio with safety, stability, Scorpio may fuck around and try to trust you. Okay? If you can create safety and stability for Scorpio and then shower Scorpio with obscene amounts of love, Scorpio is going to rock with you. Scorpions, along with Cancer and Pisces, we are the ride or diers, right? We're the ones who are incredibly loyal. So as long as you can provide us with consistency, safety, trust, security, Scorpio is yours. I think, right, crosswatcher, I think that's your problem, is that especially Aquarius, right? Aquarians to an extent are like nomads. They go and then they may come back. Scorpio don't need that shit. Scorpio wants somebody sitting right there with Scorpio. Okay? And again, Scorpio, just hang out with me. You're coming up. And it's almost like the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands is sexy. She cute, right? She's dynamic, but is she a wife? Is she a mother? Is she an advisor? Like, is she going to hold me down when shit gets tough? I don't know. I know she's the queen of RBF, the resting bitch face, right? My angels just said that Queen of Wands will turn on you though, right? That's fire energy. That's Aries. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel like, the 10 of Wands and Queen of Wands, my angels said, any sort of attraction Scorpio may have with you, it's got to be like rock solid, right? Not just you cute. You got to you got to be cute and make me breakfast. Okay. You just can't be cute and then I'm starving the next day. No. In other words, crosswatcher, Scorpio needs substance, right? You could have a tiny waist and a big ass and a big this and a big that. Scorpio's like, that's cool and all, but can you be there for me when I'm at my most vulnerable, right? Can you see me in all of my darkness? God, I don't know what crosswatcher I'm talking to, but listen, you have to be a very formidable and fierce loving person to grab Scorpio's heart. Okay. Ace of Cups. Okay. So, oh God, please, I beg you, crosswatcher, if you try to include Scorpio in any sort of third party, save your money, save your breath. Don't even bother. With the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess, it to me kind of feels like someone wants to offer you something, Scorpio, but to an extent, they can't back it up. You notice how the Chariot is the best of both worlds, right? Dark, light. You know, the Lovers is masculine, feminine, right? Coming together. When I look at this King of Swords, there are just swords in this card. The cups are under the King of Swords. So to an extent, this Aquarius, the Virgo, the Taurus, whomever, yeah, they may have a lot of love for you, but it just feels one-dimensional. Scorpio is too transformative for one dimension. You got to come to the table with at least 9 to deal with a Scorpio. Okay. And then you got to try to figure out what dimension Scorpio's in. All right. I'm just, right? So the Hermit is kind of going within, doing some self-reflection, right? Some soul searching. And I feel like you both have been doing that. And I think for Scorpio's like, no, I can't do third party. I'm getting too old. What I look like, right? What is my name going to be? Scorpio P third party? No, sorry. Right? There's a struggle here to commit. There's a struggle here to an extent to keep Scorpio's attention. So this King of Swords with the Three of Swords, to an extent, and I say this respectfully, crosswatcher, the King of Swords is the king of intelligence. He's the king of analysis. He is very headstrong. He says it like it is. And if you don't like it, oh well. But a lot of times that hurts Scorpio. You see what I mean? So that unavailability, that emotional unavailability hurts Scorpio. Scorpio needs overflowing love. Now, again, my crosswatcher may challenge me and says, but I do love Scorpio. Crosswatcher, I believe you. Wholeheartedly, I believe you. But when it comes to showing and proving and keeping it active and not putting Scorpio on the back burner till you get back from your journey, right? That's not going to work for Scorpio. Scorpio needs consistent love. Okay. All right, Scorpio, you can return back to your reading. So this to me kind of feels like for you, Scorpio specifically, you could be feeling intuitively, right? Somebody thinking about you, or somebody may pop up in your mind like, damn, Jeremiah, I haven't talked to him since forever, right? Why am I thinking about him? Because he's thinking about you. He's thinking about returning. Jeremiah, stay where you're at. Because again, if you're thinking in any way, shape, or form, bringing with you a whole ass bag of third partiness, stay where you at. I know you look good. I know you got a revenge body going on. But baby, Scorpio needs substance. I know that. I know. I got all water signs. No, I don't, because I ain't got Scorpio yet. I got Cancer and Pisces here. I have Cancer here. I have Pisces here. I have Virgo. I have Virgo, shitload of Virgo, some Taurus, and Aquarius here. And Aries, the lone survivor of the fire signs. So, Scorpio, crosswatcher, what we gonna do? 8 of Wands. I really want to say, crosswatcher, I love you. I respect you. Don't disrupt Scorpio's peace. Don't disrupt Scorpio's peace. Just let Scorpio be happy. Just leave him alone. Let him be happy. 8 of Pentacles. Angels just said to me, something is finally working out for Scorpio. Now, what I just also heard too, I haven't seen the King of Wands yet, but I also feel like, Scorpio, this is a karmic that you finally broke away from, that they're thinking about coming back for another cycle. And the universe is like, no, keep going. Two of Cups. Oh, child. Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go. My angels said, Scorpio, you dealt with this person when you were in your lower toxic energy. So when you were lower vibrating, you got with this karmic, and man, y'all could start a fire going underwater. Okay? But somehow or another, by the grace of the universe, you were able to break this karmic situation, and you rose from the ashes, and now I'm almost daring to say you're happy, right? Or satisfied or paid, or, you've recovered. Okay. Do not go backwards. Sorry, crosswatcher. I'm sorry. Page of Swords, it still came out. So I got 3 pages clustered there. Scorpio, you could hear from, I'm just going to situate my cards because they're upside down. Scorpio, you could hear from, again, a past karmic who is wanting to come in and start a cycle up all over again. I think Mercury goes into retrograde June 18th of 2025. Where are we? In the middle of May, we're going to be entering Mercury's shadow period soon. So your intuition could be picking up on someone who wants to come in and make you an offer. They say, I mean, I've gone against the norm of a Mercury, or the rules of a Mercury retrograde, right? Don't buy any new electronics. Don't lock into any contracts, right? Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't break up with anybody because they'll still come back, right? I've gone against all that shit, so I don't necessarily buy into the do's and don'ts of Mercury retrograde. But one thing that's apparent here is that one thing that I do know is people do come back in your life in a Mercury retrograde. Okay. So my angels are saying just because they're coming back is just a part of the universe, just as, the sun provides us here on earth with heat. It's just a part of the universe. Just because somebody is coming back, there is no spiritual or energetic significance to it. Oh, maybe we were meant to be. No, you weren't. I'm just saying. And you know something? You're going to know who this is, Scorpio, because this person talks a good game on how they could love you, how they should love you. Angels are saying, hell, they even may come back saying, I didn't love you like I should have. You know what I mean? I know if that was me, I'd be like, click. Some people have to, man, my shut off game is like 200%. Some people will be like, who is this? Oh, Robbie? I don't have fucking time. It's like, oh, hey, Alex, I should have clicked. I don't have time. And then block. Click block. I know. Ooh, 4 pages. Yeah, that's communication. This person is coming in, right? That you could receive a message by June 9th, right? You could receive a message, and this person is going to play the love card. But my angels are saying, just as you can stick your hand in a puppet and make it move, this person can come in your life and act like they can love you, but they can't. Right? Man, my angels are saying, Scorpio, you're going to know who this is. Angels are saying you already know who this is. Why are we bringing this up at this time? Angels are like, well, for several reasons, Alex. First off, we just want to notify Scorpio that whomever is looming around in their psyche, that's not a mistake. That person is trying to make their way back to Scorpio. We're just trying to warn Scorpio so Scorpio does not become distracted, because you got to remember this was a karmic. Okay. So if Scorpio broke free of the karmic in the past and the karmic comes back around looking like a savior or a saint, Scorpio may fall for it all over again. So that's why we're notifying you, Scorpio. I don't know who. Obviously, she was a southern angel. Okay. Yeah, broken commitments. Judgment. They're coming in to break up. Look, Tower. There you go, Scorpio. Hey, Scorpio. Hey. They're coming in to try to unbreak your heart. They're coming in to try to unbreak your heart. But my angels just said to me, well, baby, how could they unbreak your heart if they can't show love for you? Right? How can they unbreak your heart if they don't know how to use their own heart, or they're afraid of their own heart? I feel like for a lot of you, this could also be a Virgo, right? If it's not an Aquarius, for sure, this is a Virgo. I have Virgo just sprinkled all over my table. I got Virgo here. I got Virgo here. I got Virgo here, here, and here. Okay? Aside from that, there's Gemini, a fellow Mercurian. Okay? If this ain't a Virgo, this is a Gemini. A Virgo, Gemini, or Aquarius. Those are the three signs. Scorpio, baby, you opened the reading with the Chariot card. For me as a reader, Chariot for me is the next best happy card, right? The Sun is the happiest. The Chariot for me is the next happiest card. You know why? You're flowing, you're moving, you're happy, you are balanced, right? You could be with someone who's equally yoked, right? Even if they're friends. You know what I mean? It's almost like you are moving through life happily and successfully. So be careful about anyone, anything coming in to disrupt your happiness, right? Because we start the reading. Look, the first placement, the Chariot, Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. So that kind of says to me, things may be going your way right now, right? Like, or you're you're connecting with your spirit guides. You know, you got a nice little flow going on. You're loving yourself. You're comfortable in your skin. Now let's look at the end of the reading. The Three of Swords, fucking Aquarius, and the Tower. I did say that. I did say fucking Aquarius. This is the King of Swords, right? My angels are also saying too, this here, High Priestess with the Page of Pentacles, this is one of your spirit guides saying, Scorpio, don't you fucking do it. Okay? Yeah, this person is, again, around your in your intuition, and, you know, yeah, they're in your intuition. Don't pull them into your orbit. And when you heard me say, yeah, that's because my angel said this person is like quicksand, right? You ever notice something? For those of you who are familiar with quicksand, if you're not, go to YouTube and look it up. You ever notice with quicksand, you never know where not to step, right? Like in quicksand, every time you step someplace, it's still quicksand. It's like, well, fuck, where is the solid ground? And every time you step someplace, you just sink and sink and sink. That's what this situation is. Now, I said that I would try to squeeze out a professional message, or career, or business, or right, non-love. Okay, here it is. This to me feels also like a coworker, right? A best friend, right? Somebody who scorned you, right? Somebody who turned your heart black, who set your heart on fire. Now you may think, oh yeah, girl, the sex was good. But yeah, it might have been. And then you were left with a crispity fucking burnt heart. Sorry. Right? So, a masochist. I don't know who that is. I know. I do tend to say Scorpios are masochists because we play with fire. We don't give a shit. Right? But this is not a fire you want to fuck with. I'm just saying. This is not a fire you want to fuck with, Scorpio. Let this one go. You got the King of Swords here twice. King of Swords with the Three of Swords. This Aquarius, whether they're Aquarius rising or Aquarius sun, they're coming in to disrupt your already current relationship, or they're coming in to add you to their pre-existing relationship. And it's a tower moment, a strength. And yeah, it's going to take an act of the universe to keep you out of the quicksand of this karmic. And by the way, sorry for the shameless plug. I do have karmic breaking healing. That's on Calendly. The link is in the description. You can click any one of those Calendly links and they'll bring you to all of the sessions I have available and open. And I do help you break those karmic ties. Okay. All right, angels, what else do we have for Scorpio? So, Scorpio, I apologize. That, the majority of this reading was not about you, but also at the same time, hopefully I've provided you with enough information to be able to identify who, what, when, where, how this energy is coming in to suck you back into the quicksand of pain and despair. Balance spirituality and practicality. That just kind of says, stay connected with spirit, right? Listen to spirit. Spirit is always going to guide you correctly. If spirit says, Scorpio, don't you go in that quicksand, right? Don't be like, me? You sure? I was just going to go in for a little dip. Okay. You're good enough. Now that kind of breaks my heart because I heard intuitively, whomever, whatever this is, they were playing on your feelings or emotions. They could have played with your feelings or emotions. And again, we have a broken commitment here. 5 of Wands with the Hierophant and the Judgment. It's like, I say this respectfully, but a little emotionally. This person's never intended on committing to you, right? They're committed to fucking with you, but they're not committed to you. There's a ginormous difference, right? They'll commit to you being in their third party, but they're not going to commit to you directly. Now, my angels just said as well, just think about something. If they're already in a relationship, hell, they're not committed to the person that they're with. So you taking this person's place, you're just going to be the new person they're not going to commit to. Well, I hope you're good. Okay. My dog got into some mud today and I had to clean her. And she just came from outside because it rained so much and there are mud spots in the back. Gosh, I had to give her an impromptu bath and I see a mud spot on her ass. Lord, what do you need to release? Keep that karmic out. Keep that karmic cycle closed. Look, hold your vision. Don't get distracted, Scorpio. All right, baby cakes, I'm going to go clean my muddy dog again for the 3rd time today. If the reading does resonate, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you. Bye.